Hello everyone, my name is Becca and welcome to Yellow Cat Studios. For today's video, I'm going to be making a set of mittens and a cape from an old Snuggie blanket. So I think this is going to be a super quick and easy project. So let's just jump right into it. I'm going to start with the mittens. So I'm going to be using the sleeves for the mittens because it already has this nice hemmed edge on it that I want to use for the cuff of my mittens. So all I'm going to do is put my hand right on top, and this will show me how big I need my mitten to be. So I'm going to pin around where my hand is so that I can cut it out. And I'm going to leave quite a bit of space because when we sew it together and flip it inside out, it's going to be a little bit smaller. So now you just put them right sides together and sew all the way along the outside, leaving of course the bottom open. Alright, after a few technical difficulties, the mittens are finished. They're super simple, really easy to make. They're definitely not go out and play in the snow mittens because they're fleece and will just get soaked, but they will help keep your hands warm. They're made out of a blanket, so they're really soft and comfortable. So now I'm going to work on the matching cape, cloak, capelet, whatever you want to call it. So let's get started on that. Alright, so first I'm going to cut away the top part of this blanket because it was obviously a Snuggie, so this part I can't really use for the cape. So I'm going to start by doing that. Okay, so what I've done is I've folded my blanket in half, and I've taken one corner and folded it down so I get this triangle piece. So I've got this triangle piece and then I've got this excess, and I'm going to cut this away, so I'm just working with this triangular piece. And now I'm going to from my top corner, measure down. I'm doing about 25 inches, and I'm just going to cut a curve at 25 inches. Be a little bit longer just to give myself some room for error. So now that that's cut out, we're going to do the same thing up at the top so that we can have a circle around the neckline. And for this, I'm just going to do a few inches down. So now you should have a half circle. So now with my extra fabric that I cut off earlier, I'm going to cut 2 more triangle pieces so that the cape kind of comes all the way together in the front. And to do this, I'm just tracing out from my cape. I just refolded it in half and then in half again so that I have the right shape. And I'm going to cut 2 triangles this shape. So now with all your pieces cut, you're going to take your 2 smaller triangles, or the front pieces, and pin them and sew them right sides together to both sides of your half circle, and this will give you the full cape shape. If, like mine, your front pieces don't quite line up with the rest of your cape, you can just go ahead and trim those so that there's a nice smooth line through the whole thing. Alright, so depending on your fabric, you're going to need to hem all of the edges of your cape just so it doesn't fray. I'm not going to do that on mine. I'm going to do a blanket stitch along the entire outside of the cape, I think. But before I do that, I wanted to add a little collar kind of thing to my neckline. So I have some of my scrap fabric from the blanket here, and my neckline comes to about 22 inches. So I'm going to cut out, I think, kind of a curved shape to go along the neckline. I'm going to add an extra inch just to be safe. So let's cut that up. Okay, so I've just pinned the collar on for now because I wanted to make sure I liked it, and I think it looks quite nice. So I have it right side of the collar pinned to the wrong side of the cape so that all of the raw edges are underneath the collar. So I'll just get that sewn on, and then I need to figure out what I want to use to close it. So my collar is sewn on. I also rounded out the edges. So my next step is to add my cute little button for the closure. Maybe blanket stitch around it. I haven't decided yet. It's gonna take a while if I do that. But that is it for the cloak. So this is what they look like all done. So that is it. I think it turned out really cute actually. I obviously haven't tested it outside because I'm kind of a wimp and I don't like being cold, but it's really comfy and cozy because it's made out of a blanket. I've basically just upgraded your childhood running around pretending your blanket was a cape, and I turned it into an actual cape. But yeah, no, I really like it. I think it's kind of like fantasy-esque. I feel like I should be running through a forest with a little picnic basket. Thank you so much for watching. If you recreate this, tag me on Instagram at YellowCatCreations. This was super easy. It took me maybe a couple hours to do the mitts and the cloak. So it's just a really quick, easy project if you've got an old blanket laying around. If you like this video, give it a like. If you like decorating and DIY and other content, feel free to subscribe, stick around. This will be my last video for 2021, but I've got some projects planned for next year that I'm very excited about, so I hope you stick around for those. Thank you so much for watching. Have a good day, afternoon, evening, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!